Scooby Dooby Doo. Me dooby dooby. Scooby Dooby Doo. Me dooby dooby. Hey guys, hey Philip. Yeah, Philip's in with us already. I just wanted to. I'm multitasking tonight, and guys know full well that sometimes monotasking is is more than I can handle. But Spaz Kid's girlfriend, she plays lacrosse for the college they go to, and they're playing right now. So I've got their game up here too at the same time, just keeping tabs on it. Things are not going well right now at the moment, anyway. But yeah. Well, let's see, Philip, is it just you and me? Oh, there's Evan. Uh, where are we here? Oh yeah, people are starting to find their way in. Um, But I got some stuff I wanted to run by you guys, but we'll just hang out, chat a little bit here in case Susan does decide to grace us with some notifications before they go out so we can have more people get involved, see what they think. Uh, hey, Madman. For those who don't know, Madman just drew for me one of the best. I just freaking love this picture. He drew Curtis Candy from his wrestling days, and it's one of my all-time favorite things I've ever gotten. I'm going to put it together in a thumbnail for some of the upcoming live streams so you guys will see it. That was amazing. Hey, Vin and Erwin and Undead Jester and Alucard, Elias, Jacob, Connor, Black Sky, Philosopher, and Chrome. As I said, I know some of you just found your way in here, which just it's a miracle Susan alerted you at all. I am multitasking here. I wanted to get you guys' feedback on some material. And at the same time, Spaz Kid's girlfriend plays on the lacrosse team at the college they go to, and her game is on right now, so I'm kind of watching that as well. Well, thanks, Philosopher. I appreciate it. Oh, hello is from Germany. Very cool. Spring break is so cold. Yeah, it is, Ivan. It's next week for Spaz Kid and his girlfriend. We're going down. I think I told you guys that's why I've been getting videos done ahead of time. We're going down to North Carolina. Just Monday through Friday to take care of some family stuff down there. Well, thanks, Jill. I appreciate it. Okay, let me start running some of this stuff by you guys. What did I want to go over you guys with here? Where did I put that one? Yeah, as a lead in to some of the stuff. Oh boy, it's 7-0 now. Our team is down. As a lead in to some of the stuff, and I just wrote this. I had a different lead in for talking about how women basically, when it comes to the gender ground rules, got really screwed right from birth. And so, again, now these are bits that are not refined. It's just material for those of you who haven't been in one of our writing streams before. It's just material, and I want to get your take on the material. So how this one would go basically is I'm going to address it as talking to the audience and saying, listen, the one thing I will say is when it comes to the rules of life, when it comes to the rules of life via gender, women got screwed. And now, just immediately you say that, and guys go like, "Oh, what are you talking about? You got it so tough." But no. Listen to what I'm going to bring to the table here, and tell me what you think. Whether you believe in God or the scientific method that we all came to be, the fact remains at some point the cards of what you will deal with in life were dealt out. And in that dealing, women did not come out too well. Because whoever was dealing the cards was sitting there pulling them off the top and tosses one over here and goes, all right, let's see what we got for the men. And now that's the whole setup to the bit. And rather than try and perform it when it's not ready for performance, I'll tell you, the card is thrown to the men and it's, bigger and stronger. All right, that's cool. The card is thrown to the women. Periods. Nice. You got periods. All right. Good. Good. I think things are working well so far. Another card for the guys. Oh, as you get older, you'll look more distinguished. All right. That's a good one. That's a good one too. Let's see what the girls get. It's probably be something equitable. And the women get intense pain during childbirth. Nice. All right. All right. That's going well. One more for each side. Let's toss a card to the guys. And we see that, oh, you got the ability to tell your left from your right without looking at your hands. That's that. All right. That'll come in handy. That's a good one. And last card. You know the last card is going to be a big payoff. This is going to be something good for the women. Here it is. And menopause. There you go. I think that came out pretty fair, don't you? And that's the basis of the lead into that jokes. So what do you guys think of that as a concept? Not as performed, because I don't have the performance element of it down at all yet. Mad Philosopher says, just want to throw a few bucks your way, and I'm just looking for ways to be inspired to make concept for my own channel. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, Philosopher. Yeah, and find that inspiration in whatever you enjoy, because if you're enjoying what you're doing, odds are that the people watching you will enjoy what you're doing as well. And that's what's got to come through, is that you're having fun doing it. But that's the setup to that. I know we're on a delay here. Any feedback on that? Again, some of the stuff I have worked out to where I can give you a little bit of a taste of how it's going to be performed. That one I just got through writing, so there's no performance. It's just that's the material. Good concept. You like it? Gen Z, not enough loud noises. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Thought you were going to get a beating from your wife for commenting on older women's looks. There's something similar to that in the Act Later Chrome, except it's talking about me looking at younger women and how at one point my wife would have been mad about it, but now she just laughs and thinks it's funny because I'm pathetic. You like the concept, Philip? You seen it before? Well, that's concerning. Where'd you see it before? Because if something is out there at any any level of success, I'll drop it. I don't like doing that. It doesn't matter that two separate minds can come up with the same material. I just don't like seeing that. Seen as that I'm copying something. You like concept, Red Leader? Self-deprecating. Well, that one's Chrome. I can even run that bit by you. That one I have pretty much set up. But that bit is about low testosterone. Oh, similar kind of premise. Oh, gotcha, Philip. That I don't worry about too much. Because of course, in the course of humankind, it's almost impossible to come up with something, that is entirely different. So if it's just a premise, I don't worry. But if at any point, guys, all of you, if you've heard something I say and you've heard it performed as a joke, please let me know. If that's the case, I'd rather just drop it. Hi, James. But that one is the setup to the whole thing about my wife going through menopause. And I should add to it, after the cards are dealt, the next observation is, now every time I talk about this, some guy will always stand up and say, but Curtis, guys can get hit in the nuts and nothing hurts more than getting hit in the nuts. You're not taking that into account. Oh, really? Let me tell you something. Come back and see me when you've got hit in the nuts for 20 straight hours, then we can talking about the difference between that and pain during childbirth. We'll be just south of Inn. We're going to be down nearer Charlotte in the Huntersville region. So about an hour to the southwest. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Morgan. Glad you're here. Right, Rigid Rat. It's almost impossible, you would think, at this point, wouldn't you? We've got a significant history behind us. What was that one I was just talking with Chrome about? I might be performing anyway. I just volunteered. We have a woman here who's battling cancer right now in our community here. And I mean the community in which I live right here in upstate New York. and she has to go back and forth to New York City for treatments. It's very expensive, so everybody's been doing fundraisers, and I did volunteer to them that I would put together a comedy show for them with some of my comedy friends, and so we may be doing that, and I'll be using a lot of this. Okay, Madman. Let me see. What's this? Oh, it's 9-0. Our girls are losing right now. Yikes. Um, what else am I gonna go over with you guys? I have another one, and this one is more refined. Again, it's impossible to do stand up without a live audience, but it's a more refined bit. It relates back to what Chrome and I were talking about, and that one is about low T. And the bit goes something along the lines of, yeah, that's another fun thing about getting old is low testosterone, the old low T. I mean, it sucks because when I was 25, the testosterone actually used to shoot from my pores. I would sound like a water sprinkler. It's just like walking down the street, somebody's coming the other way, and they're like, "What the hell is it raining out? And why does this rain smell like balls?" It was great, but now at 60, I still get a pop of testosterone, but instead of a lawn sprinkler, it sounds more like the last squirt of ketchup at the bottom of the bottle. It just goes, and then right after it happens, I need to take a nap. My wife and I were at the beach, and so we're sitting there on our little towel on the beach there, and she got up to go shopping on the strip, and so I'm sitting there doing my thing, and all of a sudden here comes this gorgeous, I mean, drop dead gorgeous young woman walking right towards me, and she had on this orange string bikini. And now I don't know shit about math and physics and stuff, but I know that those tiny strings were having a hell of a time holding up all that awesome flesh that they were responsible for. So when this happens and you're a younger man, you're like cool about it. You'll be like you'll get your phone out and you'll side eye, and you'll be looking like, no, I'm just playing some Angry Birds here. I'm not trying to look at your boobies at all. But when you're my age and that happens and that girl comes walking at you, this is what you do. Because it's not, I don't have any dignity or self-respect. I can't be bothered with that. I'm disgusting. So I'm just sitting there and I'm drooling and I'm looking at her, and she's either not noticing me or pretending not to notice. I didn't care which. I was still enjoying the view. And she gets closer and closer to me, and then it was like in slow motion, the greatest thing I could ever imagine happened. She dropped her sunglasses. And now I'm thinking she's got to bend over to pick those up. And those aforementioned strings are not going to take the pressure of that extra added gravity when she reaches over to get those sunglasses. And I was like, I was so happy. I mean, this is going to be one of the greatest moments of my life. And sure enough, she starts leaning over. She's about to pick up the sunglasses. And I went, I wake up 2 hours later, all sunburnt to crap. My wife's standing over laughing at me, going, another testosterone coma? Yeah. Another pretty girl come by? Yeah. And she laughs. And she thinks it's funny. And the fact that she thinks it's funny is kind of insulting too, because there was a time when my wife would have been pissed off if she knew I was looking at pretty young women. But now she just thinks it's sad, pathetic, and kind of laughable. She says what I'm like is when you have a puppy at home and that puppy will see a big dog on the screen in a commercial or something. The puppy goes like that. She goes, that's like me with the young girls. Because she says in both cases, we're never going to get to the object of what we want there. And also in both cases, if we did, the ensuing physical contact would kill us. And she's not wrong. And that's the bit I was talking about, Chrome. That one, again, that's basically how that one will be performed, because that one I have more solid. I wrote that a while ago. But what you had to hear the opening part of it, Money More. Instead, water the ketchup. So yeah, I know, Lost Ranger. Sunglasses would be the ultimate. Yes. Oh, good, Morgan. Yeah, it's like I say, it's impossible to deliver stand up without an audience, but it just try and give you guys an idea of the material and see what ones you like. Too bad the testosterone. Yeah, no shit, Cronch. Just too bad that testosterone was wasted bouncing on top of big sweaty dudes. Wrestling. Oh boy, for those of you who don't know, I'm watching. Again, Spaz Kid's girlfriend is on the lacrosse team at their college. They're down 11-0 now. It's not going well. Smirking smile. Oh, that's good, Philip. The way I typically look at material from my experiences anyway, if you can, in trying to deliver material like this with absolutely no audience response, if the material is even strong enough just to keep someone interested, that typically will play really well once you get on stage and you have an audience reaction to work off of, because the pacing is entirely different. That's the main difference. Is when I do material here for you guys, I just tell you the material. When you're doing it in front of an audience, you're hoping there's laughter, and that changes your pacing on it. Pax says, I assume it's more difficult to ask a woman, can I put you through a flaming table, than it is to ask a guy that question. So I say testosterone well spent. I don't know. I work with some women wrestlers that would have been just fine with it. Oh, yeah. And our girls lacrosse team, it's coming up on 26 seconds to half, and it's 11-0. Yikes. Oh, come on. Don't put one more on them before halftime. Spaz Kid, guys. It's hard to believe he has got, let's see, he's got under 2 months and he graduates college. It seems almost impossible to believe that he was an 11-year-old squeaker when we started this channel. He must have low T. Yeah, Christy. Yeah, yeah, it's not been good, Jester. It's not. This team they're playing, these girls are fast. They got a lot of team speed. And yep, they're going into half. 11-0. Let me see what else I might have wanted to go over with you guys. Oh, here's just an individual joke. I have a bit where I talk about that my diet consisting entirely of red meat and syrup. And a joke I'm adding to that, and I have to read it off here because, again, I just wrote it. A joke I'm adding to that in discussing eating nothing but red meat is the blood has to be traveling through my arteries like Rocky running through the snowy Russian landscape. And yeah, I can't even say it. The blood must be running through my arteries like Rocky running through the snowy Russian landscape in Rocky 4. Is that, I don't know how many of you have seen that. What imagery, does that work? Oh, excuse me, guys. What did he major in? Game design, King Midas. And the thing is, he wants to create his own games, but that degree will give him a variety of fields he can work in. Oh yeah, Lost Stranger. It's just it's amazing. I just in Rocky 4, Philip, he goes into the Rush because he's fighting the Russian. So he goes to Russia to train, and there are scenes of him running, and the snow is like chest high, and he's like trying to push his way through the snow. So that's the visual I'm trying to conjure up. Yeah, exactly, Pax. Exactly, right. Oh, excuse me, guys. Yeah, that's Brax right now. He said we're down a little. Uh, nah, not typically Chrome. She says I feel like you'll get a few hecklers mentioning Rush at the moment, hot button topic and all. Not, I mean, just in my experiences, not too much in mentioning it in passing and something like that. If you were to make a joke where Russia was the focal point, yeah, absolutely. But as that's just an individual joke within a bigger. That's not even what I'm actually talking about. I'm talking about um, my potential heart attack. I don't think it'll really. People really think too much of it either way. Ranger says maybe we can send Stallone over to Russia to settling this Ukraine business. Well, we all know that Rocky created world peace the first time through. Remember that speech in the ring? Whatever you could, we could understand it. We can all get along. And next thing you know, no more USSR. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Chrome. I think you're right. If you told a joke about Russia, yeah, I don't think it's a good time. But again, just mentioning that scene, I don't think will really trigger anyone. Does he own a tank? I wouldn't doubt it. He was. He seems like it took him a long time, but he's matured. So Stone owning a tank at some point wouldn't have surprised me. He was one of those guys, and you can't fault him for it. But he got famous, and he really liked getting famous. He wrote it for all it was worth. Let's see. No, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I've got to work on the last time through. You guys were the ones who convinced me because I wasn't sure. I'm going to keep the technology bit. Um, I told you guys like the joke about how I've always been a fan of technology, which is true. I have, but you have to remember how old I am. When I was a kid, high tech was the toaster, and I can remember holding it in my hand, feeling the warmth, looking at it, and in amazement, I would say, "Wow, 2 minutes ago, this was bread." And that leads into the whole thing about having only 3 channels on the TV, and to get the third channel, you had to have somebody hold the antenna. And when we finally got an antenna on the roof, I would pay my sister to go up onto the roof and take her 6-year-old butt up onto the roof and hold the antenna. And unfortunately, the one Sunday when I was watching wrestling, we got a thunderstorm, and I don't have any sympathy for her for what happened next, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're struck by lightning, that should have made you hold on tighter to the antenna, not let go of it and fall to the ground. And the final joke in that one is along the lines of, if she didn't want to get struck by lightning, she shouldn't have been born last. Yeah, remember that Lost Stranger? Yeah, Stallone started doing porn. That was the porn movie he did was called The Italian Stallion. Oh, the yeah, I know who you're talking about. Chrome. His name was David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff. Schwarzenegger as a tank. I was in Atlantic City once working. I drove coach down there, and in Trump Casino one day they had just opened their what the hell they call their restaurant chain, Planet Hollywood. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and Bruce Willis were all there because they're the 3 investors in it. I will say this: Schwarzenegger was completely different than the other two. Schwarzenegger was talking to people, having a good time, joking, laughing, and the other two were just like, ooh, it's the little people type thing. Midas says, weird thing to remember, but in a commentary, Seth MacFarlane said he had a friend who owned a tank and used it to prank pizza drivers. That's actually not a bad prank. Yeah, if you listen, if you own a tank, there's a lot of quality pranking you could do with it. Yeah, I completely understand that. Uh, so what are we thinking, guys? Those of you who are here for it, the dealing of the gender cards. Do you think you guys feel like that can be worked up into a good workable piece? The stuff I have down, I have that bit I do about the stage inspector that comes to our house, sex being a game, the ba, 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 the low T at the beach. I really that one I really like, the low T at the beach. Yeah, well, like I say, Chrome. The only thing I'll say for Hasselhoff is when I was a dick to him at the Big E Fair there. He looked like he convinced me. He looked like he wanted to fight, and he didn't have people around backing him up. You know, if I wasn't working at the time, if I wasn't driving bus, I would have gone in closer because that would have been cool to fight David Hasselhoff. But unless I lost, can you imagine having that loss on your record? Going into a wrestling locker room after having lost a fight to David Hasselhoff? Ooh. You don't care for that one, Philip? I'm going to work on it some more. If it doesn't get to where I feel better about it, I'll probably drop it. I've heard that one before, Frostboard. Why do French tanks have rear view mirrors so they can see the battlefield? Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other one to go. Oh, what the hell happened here? Oh, okay. It's crazy. I thought I lost my whole list there. Um, oops. Midas says I would rather lose to David Hasselhoff than never fought him. To be honest, sometimes it's for the story. Well, like I say, I have to give him credit. He looked like he wanted to go. Dragon says, "What's the difference between my uncle and my girlfriend? My girlfriend didn't go to jail for loving me." Oh, Dragon, that's terrible. Oh. Uh-oh, they're coming back out for the second half here, guys. Hopefully it goes better for our girls. Chrome says, by the way, been looking into Disney a bit more. The restaurant thing is a lot cheaper than I expected. So I never, I don't like to say, but I never thought it was that bad. I didn't think, again, for what you get by going to the castle, I didn't think it was bad. If the exchange rate works in my favor, may do it. It's tempting. View looks good. Oh, the view is amazing. Chrome, the view is amazing. Those stained glass windows are stunningly gorgeous, and you look right down. Well, no, every place in that room really. You can look right down onto the Main Street USA area, and even when you first go in, if you go, you'll see there's a waiting area where you wait for your table to be ready. Even that's gorgeous. It's done up like an old school castle, and then you have the big winding stairs. You go up into the dining room, and yes, it's gorgeous. It really is well done. Vin says, "What do you call a deaf gynecologist? A lip reader." And maybe what I'll do, since it's really tougher to, and I didn't think of this. Um, Maybe what we'll do, guys, rather than do live streams dedicated to um to writing endeavors or writing stand up, maybe I'll just set up a channel for it at the Discord. And those of you who are interested in critiquing that stuff for me can join up there. And when I have stuff I want to go over, I'll just make a quick little video of the material. Then I can post it. And as I get a chance, I can go back to the Discord and see what you guys say about it. You know, good, bad, needs work, whatever. You think that would work even better? And then I can use the live stream times that I have to just hang out with you guys. Yeah, rigid rat. What did one tampon say to the other? Nothing, because they're stuck up cunts. uh, let's see. Oh, our girls just had a scoring opportunity, but didn't pay off. Didn't get it. Still 11-0. Oh, it doesn't. Like I say, Jester, you can't be bad at it. It's just opinion. You know, as long as somebody's just willing to give an honest opinion, you can't be bad at it. Yeah, I think that would work a lot better. So it won't be tonight, but I'll do that. I'll set up a channel there. And I know Philip and Chrome, of course, enjoy doing this. Big Green, when he's around, he enjoys that stuff. And anybody else that does. And that's the easiest way to do it, because then we can use the time I have to stream to just hang out. And also, excuse me, it'll just be people that are actually interested in that type of stuff that would join that particular channel. Pax says, I think going on stage and making fun of Howie Mandel's bald head would win you the whole thing. I always liked Howie Mandel's stand-up. I'm going way back when he first started. He had some great stand-up. He had a whole bit he did, because he's Canadian, about Canadian driver's licenses not having photos on them, and it was a funny bit. He was a funny guy. Most people remember him for the whole medical glove thing and putting it over his head, but his actual material was good. Chrome says, I think I was mixing up the prices with Epcot Japan tasting menu. That could be. So I was expecting like $100 a person, but $62 a person is feasible. I still have plenty left after. Yeah, and Chrome, again, the big thing is, if you really enjoy that Disney experience, it's a very, very cool experience. It really is. We've done it a few times, and there's been some things we paid for at Disney where afterwards you go, that wasn't worth the money. But I personally have never regretted paying for that. My wife, my daughter, my granddaughter, everybody enjoyed it, and it's fun watching them enjoy it. Willie says, just found out I don't work tomorrow. Oh, cool, because tomorrow's free for all Friday, Willie. You'll be able to roam free with us. Oh, Vin, what do girls and noodles have in common? They both wiggle when you eat them. Yeah, Bobby's World. That was his show. Yeah, Lost Ranger. Yeah, he did. That was a great voicing he did on that. Oh, do they have him now? Yeah, Philip. This is going way back when how he used to do that. I don't remember the specifics of the bit. I can give you. Oh, it's 12-0 now. I can give you the overview. He just said he came here to America and he went in to cash a check, and she said, do you have ID? And he said, yes, I do. And I gave her my Canadian driver's license. And she said, sir, this doesn't have a picture on it. And she handed it back to me. He said, oh, all right. And so he took it over to the side. He took the pen and he drew a picture on it. And it had a tree and a little house and the sunshine and everything. And he handed it back to her. And she said, but sir, this isn't good enough. He said, what? I got to be a fucking artist to get an account here? That was the basic premise of the joke. So must be they didn't have them at that time. It's the only way I know. Vin says, I like the fact that you can take a joke and just laugh and not get offended. I've always said, I mean, life's going to suck if everything offends you. That's why today's society amazes me so much. Can you imagine just running around looking for reasons to get offended? I can't. And why, if people are making a joke at my expense, why'd you get offended? It's a joke. You might not think it's funny. If you don't laugh. But to get offended? Or like it always kills me when people say for me at least, say something, talk about fat shaming. I'm a fat guy, but guess what? You can't fat shame me. You know why? Because shame comes from within. I don't care if you observe that I'm fat. I don't care if you make fun of me because I'm fat. I am fat. I feel no shame. So it's impossible to fat shame me. It is funny, Philip. And like I say, the way he delivered it was great. And that's the only reason I know Canadian driver's license didn't used to have pictures. But that would have been, gosh, that was probably early 80s, I would say. Yeah, right. Yeah, good point. Chrome says Curtis can roll with the punches, which is ironic since his fighting style is the opposite of that. It certainly is. I never rolled with him. I took him square on. That's right, all the brain damage. Muhammad Ali, I always thought was the greatest I ever saw for rolling with a punch. He had it down to an art. Oh yeah, humor is the best cope. I completely agree, Malin. Oh, Malin, it's good to see you here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Malin, you're in Russia, aren't you? I've just been looking for my Russian crew only because I worry about you guys, and I know that they cut off a lot of access to the internet and stuff. So it's good to see Malin here. Ranger says that I get offended by people who are offended from being offended. Yeah, it kills me, Ranger. I mean, I just can't even imagine. Your life has got to suck so bad. And I mean that if all you do is look around for another reason to get offended. And especially if you're looking for reasons to get offended to try and get some sort of acceptance within the perpetually offended group. How sad have things gotten for you? Oh, wow. Malin says, yes, live in St. Petersburg. Nearly got myself arrested. Oh, yikes. Last we heard over here, Malin, and we never know for sure how much of the information we get is fact. They were saying like about 8,000 people had been arrested, they were estimating. It always amazes me. As terrible as my memory is, you can tell how important our community and you guys are to me because I remember things like where people are from and stuff. It amazes me that I can. Philip says, if someone made a joke that genuinely offended me, I'd just punch the guy rather than whining like a little bitch about it. Otherwise, you can only offend me if you attack something dear to me. Yeah, I would. If I was going to confront someone, I wouldn't. It would be a direct confrontation. But even then, I won't get offended unless you went after somebody specifically. Like, for instance, I have disabled children. You guys know that. If people make jokes about people with disabilities, that doesn't offend me. It's just jokes. If you were to make a joke specifically about my stepdaughter, now then we might have a problem. But that's an entirely different thing. That's why I always said even with my sense of humor, it was always based on stereotypes and stuff. I didn't go after people in specific. Well, not regular people. I mean, everybody goes after people in the spotlight. That's part of the deal. But I would never go after individuals. It was just making fun of a stereotype of a group of individuals. Chrome says, it sounds like a good memory with my family. Oh, it will be. And that's what I'm hoping for. So I really am considering it, looking through the different Disney stuff for that. It's phenomenal, Chrome. It really is. And I will tell you, as you're looking into it, they have that Beast Castle there too. If you have fans of Beauty and the Beast, that is amazing to look at. It's not up there with Cinderella Castle, but it's very, very cool. However, I highly encourage anybody that thinks about doing the dinner at Be Our Guest, the Beast Castle, check the menu. Because personally, I think the menu now sucks. They changed it a couple of years ago. It used to be great. Now we don't really bother because I don't like the food. But now that's just my tastes. But the castle itself is awesome, especially the Beast's room. You're not my friend, guy. You're not my buddy, pal. And Pax says, if a skinny person fat shames you, just fat shame them back and see if they get anorexia. See, I honestly believe that. I've never believed in that, like fat shaming, this shaming, that shaming. Nobody else can put shame on me. You can mention anything you want, and this goes for everybody. If you feel like you got fat shame just because you allowed it, because you felt shame over being fat, well, why would you feel shame over it? It is what it is. So what? Big deal. Brother Malachi, we were just going over some stand-up material. The gang was just helping me with some, thumbs up, thumbs down on stand-up. What we're going to do is, and I just got thinking about this, rather than take up because I wish I had more time for live streaming than I do, rather than take up live streaming time doing these, I'm going to set up a channel at the Discord, and it'll be just for people that want to help me critique stand-up material. So I don't know if you're with us over at the Discord, but I'll be setting that up, and then you can just join in there. And what I'll do is when I have material that I'm working on or have gotten down and I just want feedback on, I'll just post the video for you guys over there, leave the video up, and just wait and see as responses come in what you guys think of it. Chrome says, is it the quality of food or what they serve? No, what they serve. Quality of food in Disney is pretty spectacular across the board. I just don't like the selection at all. If I remember right, they're the one doing filet mignon with the breakfast menu as well, but feel like a heavy breakfast is a recipe for disaster. It can be. The best breakfast there, Chrome, and it's a heavy one though. If you're going to do a big breakfast, there are two, but oh gosh, I'll look up the restaurant name has gone in my head. It's in the the Animal Kingdom Lodge, Boma. It's the Boma breakfast is a buffet, and it is fucking amazing. It's the best breakfast spread at a buffet I've ever seen. So if you're thinking of doing a big breakfast, you need to include that one. The other one that has an excellent breakfast is family style, but it's called Ohana, and that is in the resort. I can't think of the name of the resort right now. It's gone out of my head, but it's the Polynesian themed resort, the upper end one that's on the monorail line. The Polynesian, the Polynesian resort. Not the cool. It says just join the Patreon. Don't know if this is the place to ask, but is there a way to watch your VMR videos abroad? I'm not sure what you mean, pal. What videos can't you see, my friend? You should be able to see everything in there. They're posted at Mega. There shouldn't be any restrictions on those. You should be able to see them. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you're asking. Now, if you came across videos on the Patreon that are showing up as not available, hey, we scored! It's 14-1. Yeah, we got a score. That was just, we had our wow, nouns are really killing me tonight. Our Vimeo account got taken down, but everything that was taken down has been re-uploaded. So if you're not finding them, just use the download tag. Under the download tag lists all the re-uploads, and AOT, all of them will be there. You can definitely see them. You don't have to use a VPN or anything. And if you forget those details, just go to the main page of the Patreon, and I have a post pin there. All that information is right in that pin post. And that way you got the hyperlink there and everything. Right, Dragon. Dragon says there's an easy solution to feeling shame about part of your life. Do something to change that part. I agree. That's why I say the whole idea of somebody shaming me, anything, is just ain't going to work, because I'm the only one who can shame me. I got to feel the shame. Oh, Code, Brax's girlfriend is on the lacrosse team at their college, and they're playing their first game tonight. It's not going well. Third period's almost done. They finally got on the board. It's 15-1. Oh, okay. Attack on Titan is Mega Chrome. I couldn't remember the time frame. Yeah, you shouldn't have any problem. Yeah, like Chrome's in the UK. A lot of our gang is in the UK. Do you know, I just found out, guys, because Patreon was sending out messaging. I told you how over the last probably year or so, the number of Russian people here at the YouTube channel had greatly increased the percentage. Do you know that Russian folks make up 3.4% of the goosh of our Patreon? I was surprised. That's high. I was really surprised by that. Cool. It says, sorry, give me a sec. Your season 4 videos are on Mega, but the old one are on Verve. Sorry, I misspelled. The Verve ones say they're not available in my region. Maybe I need a VPN. I never got. No, nothing's on Verve, my friend. It's Oh, no. Make sure you're clicking the right link. Make sure there's 2 links there, pal. When you look at a posting, this is what's happening to you. When you look at a posting on the Patreon, it'll say the video. Under that is my video. What that other link down below is where you can go to watch the show. I always just put the official release point for a show down there. You want to go, again, say you're on AOT episode 1. Down there it's going to say the video, and then there'll be a link. That's the link you want to click. Don't click the link way down. Don't click the link way down in the description. That's just a link to where you can see the original. You're going to Disney World next week? Good for you, Mike. I am willing to talk Disney with you guys anytime you want. And like I say, if anybody wants any tips, ideas, or anything at all about Disney World, let me know. That's my vibe. Philip says 3.4% not surprising given Russia's population. You think so? It's surprising me because what percentage of those people speak English and have American keyboards and everything, though, Philip? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's surprising to me. Because over at the YouTube channel, they're like 1.2, 1.3%. And even that was high. Because for all the first 10 years or so of the channel, Russia was just in the others category. And now it's evolved enough to have it to be listed as its own percentage. Oh, it's the mega videos? Oh, I'm sorry, Chrome. I didn't think about that. That's right. I'm sorry, pal. Chrome's right. If the video just has the big, what is it, red or orange M, just click that. Just click that red or orange M. That's right. If it doesn't have a thumbnail, if it's just got the big M design, just click on that. Willie says, worst experience at Disney. My friend and I were standing in line for Pirates when 2 girls, good looking too, started eyeing us. Looks were exchanged and we thought we had a shot. They were well ahead of us and went on the ride. By the time we got off, they were gone. Couldn't find them, and God knows we tried again. Almost scored on our graduation trip. Oh, well. Oh, man. Yeah. Is it appropriate that you had 2 ships passing in the night at the pirate ride? Oh, Melon says we generally have keyboard with Cyrillic and Latin letters, so it is okay. Okay, gotcha. That's cool. Is there a lot of English-speaking people, though, in Russia? That's an honest question. I have no idea, Malin. Huh. Johnny says 15-1 sounds like the average Bucks game. Sad times. Yeah, yes. Yeah, 15-1, and they're just starting the 4th quarter. But as I said, I've been watching, and this team they're playing is really fast. They have got some fast girls out there. Good team speed. Oh, okay. Malin says, not really, but we learn English in schools. Gotcha. Oh, you got it now, Cool Whip? Yeah, thank you, Chrome. I forgot about that myself. Because at one point, Mega changed the way they did things. So it used to be I could just put the link in that M, and now you can't do it anymore. So now I just have to put up the thumbnail and then give you the link down below. Philip says, well, how many people do we have on the Goosh? I think what are we at right now? A little over 13 or a little under 1,400. Wouldn't surprise me if 3-4% of that are Russian with access to English keyboards and grasp English. Yeah, it must be, because it is definitely 3.4%. So, and again, nobody would be there unless they had a good grasp. So I was just surprised by that. I didn't think there would be enough people, although I guess it all depends too on how popular anime has become in Russia. Because obviously the Goose is all about anime. I haven't seen the new Salad Fingers yet, Wolf. Yeah, I see Addict doing. I'm probably going to go back to doing Addict challenges ever since I found out what it was that YouTube objected to in the Addict video that they they came with the community guidelines enforcement on me. That is such bullshit, so ridiculous, so egregious that I'm going to go back to doing them, because if they hit me for something like that again, I'm not going to have any choice. I'm just going to have to get a lawyer. There's no choice. I mean, this is what I do, and they are directly, dramatically affecting my ability to reach an audience with bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I could not believe it when they pointed to that clip as to why that video got taken down. It's unbelievable. Code says, how do you even play lacrosse? From the surface level, it looks like field hockey with a net. You know, that's not far off. I never liked lacrosse. My phys ed teacher, it's very popular up here. It's a Native American game. It's an Indian game. And my phys ed teacher in high school went to Syracuse. Well, Syracuse lacrosse is huge, and Spaz Kids College is just down the road from Syracuse. It's big, so he would make us play it every fall in gym until we got smart and we started beating each other with the sticks, and then the vice principal said, okay, those animals can't play lacrosse anymore, and we got to play football that we wanted to. What clip was it, Wolf? There was it was in one of Addict's videos. Well, it's still up there. Everybody else has it up. I'm the only. I mean, there's tons, just a litany of reactions to that video, and the original's still up. I'm the only one who had it taken down. It's a short, several second clip. Somebody opens the door, and as they open the door, somebody in the room is on like a hammock, and as they swing forward, they hit themselves right in the nuts on that door that opened. And then immediately it just cuts to eggs cracking to make the joke. That's what they took down. They told me specifically when I went through the whole thing went around with them on Twitter with YouTube's support there. They said, they gave me the timestamp. They said it's at 12:12. I looked it up. That was the clip they were talking about. Mike says, your stream is lagging. Not sure if it's my internet or Salty Susan messing up stream. It hasn't lagged for me so far. I have a monitor here. Is anybody else getting lag? So far, I haven't had any. Chrome says, now here's a question. Epcot or Disney Springs for pizza? That's one of the big things I want to try after you brought it up before. You can't lose with either, Chrome. They're both so good. They are my top two favorite pizza joints I've ever been to. If you can do one or the other, I would say do the one in Epcot just because the ambiance is so cool. Not only is the pizza great, but the restaurant is really nice. Now, the one in Disney Springs is just this little tiny little hole in the wall place. There's no ambiance to speak of at all, but the pizza's phenomenal. And the guy there, the last time we went in, and they give you big slices, and he has an, I don't know, I think it was Italian, sounded like an Italian or Greek accent. I'm not good at determining accents. But I come through the line and I said, I'll just take 2 slices of cheese, please. And he goes to get him. He goes, you're a bigger man. I'll give you the big slices. And he spun it around and he gave me the biggest slices. So I really like that guy. Oh, it did lag a little earlier, Chrome? No lag, Philip? Running smooth on my end? Oh, okay. Good. As long as it cleared up for you, Mike. Oh, me too, Johnny. Pizza's my thing. I just freaking love pizza. Let's see. Speaking of Disney foods, Code says, have you tried Epcot's fruit sushi? It sounds and look more like disgusting than pineapple pizza, if you ask me. No, I don't know what that is. Fruit sushi? No, I haven't, Code. I haven't had that. Favorite pizza topping? I love a good Italian sausage. Yeah, Italian sausage. That's usually the only topping I get. I either get just cheese or sausage. Yeah, so that, Chrome, you can't go wrong with either place. But again, if you're going to do one or the other, I would say do Epcot, just because again that's a gorgeous restaurant too. It really is a beautiful restaurant. Mushrooms. That's what my wife likes. Well, she when we get a pizza for the two of us, we'll get half sausage and mushroom. Yeah, she's big on. My cock is very small. Says I like mayo on my pizza. Stop it. Stop that. Yeah, we've got a bunch of pizza shops near us, Wolf, but I mean they're good, but none of them are my favorites. Well, my two favorites are in Orlando, Florida, so yeah. And then the one right behind them would be Rose's Pizza down in New York City, and I don't get down there very often either. It exists and it's disgusting, and I'm not even a sushi lover. Chrome says, so much I'm looking forward to, but it's the food I'm salivating over the most. I like food in Florida. It's different from stuff here. Love food from Scotland, but American food is glutinous. Yes, yes, it certainly is, Chrome. Oh, the stream of the game just hung up. I'm hoping we didn't lose it altogether. Oh, no, got it back. Yeah, Chrome, you won't go wrong with Disney food. Even the, I know you're staying off site, but even like all the resorts have their own little quick service restaurants, and even those are good. There's another. Oh, they have a special dish at this one place in Magic Kingdom. It's like a breakfast dish. It's a waffle, a huge waffle. They load it with fruit. I think whipped cream and like some chocolate syrup. Oh my God. My wife hates herself for how much she loves that. If that's something I can't think of the name of the place. It's a little hole in the wall. You'd never just find it on your own. If it's something you're interested in, just let me know. I'll look it up for you. But there's a lot of little, just like nuggets like that to be found around. Crystal Palace used to be a really good food stop, but it was better when it was buffet than it is now that it's family style. So if they go back to the buffet, that's one to think of too. Oh, gluttonous. I thought you were talking about gluten, Chrome. I thought you meant gluten. Yeah. Oh, we're definitely gluttonous. No doubt. So what was the reason for the strike? What the guidelines say? I hold on. I'll pull it up right. I can tell you. There's a couple places I can get. Let me pull up my email. Uh, do, 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 do. Oh, how your content violated the policy. Content involving pranks that lead unsuspecting victims to believe they are in physical danger or that may cause real physical harm is not allowed on YouTube. We review educational documentary. Blah, blah. There is nothing in that clip to suggest that it's a prank. It looks like an accident. It may be a prank, but how can you take it down as a prank when you don't even know that it was? It looks like somebody opened the door and that person happened to be swinging and banged their nuts into the door. And that's what they took it down for. It's right here. Content involving pranks. And besides that, the fact still remains, apparently that prank is too egregious to remain on the platform on my channel, but not on everybody else's. Is the Suicide Forest vid still up? I wonder, Chrome. I don't know. Yes, 100%, Jake. He says gluten, glutton, either way, American. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jester says, haven't been to Disney since I was so young. I have no memory of it at all. I do want to go someday, though. Oh, yeah. I don't even know how many years ago it was, Jester. I mean, obviously, I don't know how old you are. But it doesn't matter. It's changed a lot because it's changed a ton just in the last few years. It's so different. And again, Chrome's going to get to go down. Chrome, I can't imagine me going before October. So you'll get to ride that Neutron ride before I do. And I can't wait to see that. You know what else is fun, too? We were talking about the rides that I would spend the money for on Genie Plus. Epcot's got that new Ratatouille ride. And I didn't even care for the movie Ratatouille. I thought it was just okay. But that ride's awesome. That ride's worth the money to it. It's fun. It's a cute experience. Well, thanks, Lindsay. I appreciate that. Oh, excuse me, guys. Yeah, Code says YouTube's policies are more of a prank compared to that, if you ask me. And again, how can you say that's a prank? I don't. Well, here, I think I wrote in the comments section. I'll give you guys the link because I'm not going to put it on the stream. But I'll give you guys the link on Addict's video. I'll give you the timestamp. Okay. Oh, I remember what it was. It was 6:23. Make sure. Make sure this is it. Okay, here it is. Now I'm going to give you the link to the video for any of you guys that want to see what got an action taken against our channel. Here's the link to the video. Go to 6:23, the timestamp 6:23, and you will see exactly why my video doesn't exist. And is it just a little ironic that I'm able to show you why my video doesn't exist on YouTube anymore by sending you to a YouTube video to watch it? That makes perfect logical sense, right? Chrome says, I think the most American thing I've ever ate is that special Krusty Burger from Universal, the extra big one. I had that fries and a Coke and walked away without it stopping me. Chrome, I've always said the as far as just like general fast food, if you really want to have an American bomb, go to an Arby's and get the half-pound roast beef and curly fries. If you can get through that, you've been hit by an American nuke there. But yeah, anybody that wants to see why the channel got that strike, got that action against it, just go to that link I just posted and go to the timestamp 6:23. Hey, my girl scored again. It's 18-2. It's almost over. Tough night. Johnny says, I'd love to have a conversation with Susan and pick her brain and figure out what the fucking malfunction is. You know, I've come to the conclusion, Johnny, there's an entire disconnect. There is no connection between the frontline workers at YouTube, the people who hit our videos, and the upper management. None. And I don't think she could care less. She doesn't care. Until somebody sues them, then they'll care. Code says Burger King or Arby's. I know you love these two. It's funny you say that. I was talking with a friend of mine about favorite fast food joints. And that's what I was telling her. If it's just a one-time thing, there's nothing I enjoy more than going out for an Arby's big roast beef because they're disgusting, but they're delicious. But if you're telling me I can only have one fast food joint near me, it's Burger King. Because Burger King I have very limited tastes. And I like almost everything there. I love the Whoppers. I like their grilled chicken. I like their original chicken. On occasion, I even like to have their filet of fish sandwiches. They have the Coke Ices, the frozen Cokes. I love those. It's easy, Burger King. Would you say this is bigger with potato wedges? I gotta look at Chrome's link here. Oh, that's a nice one. Well, but the big thing is, that's definitely bigger. But the thing is, Chrome, that roast beef sandwich from Arby's is just so heavy. That roast beef, it's so heavy. You have to experience it to believe it. You're not wrong, Dragon. The only issue with fast food is that it goes right through you, and the exit isn't exactly pleasant. Oh yeah, Wolf. I love Burger King. Treetop, it's not are you gay, it's why are you gay? Why are you gay? Gotta get it right. Philip says, I'm partial to Harvey's double burger with bacon and cheese. Whoo, bacon and cheese. There you go. There you go, Philip. Actually, now that I'm trying to eat right again, I just went to the doctor today. I'm at a record-setting pace. I actually crested you guys are. I actually crested 300 pounds. I had gotten up to 301. And that's when I finally said, okay, that's it. Just can't do it. Got to start getting serious. And I got weighed in at the doctor today. I'm down to a svelte 295. Treetop says, my name is Russell. Mine too, so. Madman says, just got back from eating the spiciest fucking burritos I ever sunk my teeth into. Feeling like Godzilla right about now. Oh, I couldn't do it. I'm a complete puss, Madman. Spicy foods, I'm a bitch. I would cry. I can't do it. Chrome says, maybe this October, if it's in one of the food courts, I'll try the challenge. I've had a rack of ribs and full steak before. Usually I don't eat that much. When I need to, I can. I walk everywhere. And you know me, Chrome, obviously I was just giving you my stats. I'm a big eater. That roast beef sandwich is freaking heavy. Oh, it hits hard. Spaz Kid is 22. Jester says it's called fast food because it runs through you really fast, and it's fair. My cock is very small says, I bet she's personally aware of us and targets you because of our off-color jokes. Well, I do believe, and I put a lot of research time in this as much as you can, it's not Susan, but yes, I think somebody at YouTube, one of the frontline workers, doesn't like us or doesn't like me. And unfortunately, they feel like they have carte blanche if they don't like you. Because before this one, it was just a month before, they'd done it to the exact same thing to me on one of Meat Canyon's videos. They gave me a community guidelines warning, took the video down, and everybody else was allowed to keep it up. But that time I went all the way through the process and got to the people at on Twitter, the YouTube team on Twitter, and they got it, the video reinstated. This time they just said, nah, fuck you. Chrome says, walk everywhere, high metabolism, flexible, and my body burns at an abnormally high temperature. My body is hot. Hey, that's cool, Chrome. I wish my metabolism was quicker. Well, at my age, it wouldn't be anyway, but I mean, even when I was young. Oh, shoot. All right, guys, I got to go. Hey, guys, thank you so much for the assistance with the material. As I said, I'll move that stuff over to the Discord. So the next time I'm in need of some assistance, I'll set that channel up. I'll let you guys know at the Discord. And that's where I'll post the video clips and stuff like that when I want you guys' opinions on material. So that way it leaves us free to just talk about whatever we want on these occasions when I get to stream with you guys. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate the great conversation. And again, thanks for the help on the material. And tomorrow is Free for All Friday. And I will see you guys there.